y'all, I'm cooking a quick supper tonight, and I thought I would just show you how to cook this quickly as well as make one into a freezer meal. So I am making chicken fajitas, and I've already got the ones I'm cooking for my supper started. So I've got peppers and onions cut up with a little bit of oil and garlic seasoning. And I went ahead and took my chicken breast and put some Chipotle seasoning on them. Now, normally I cook this either in the rock crock or in the micro cooker, but I'm gonna blow your mind tonight and cook it in the batter bowl. You can use this in the oven up to 350 degrees, and you can use it in the microwave with the lid on it, but not tight. I'm just gonna kind of offset the lid. So I'm doing it in the batter bowl so you can see through it when it's done. And I'll go ahead and start mine, and then I'll prepare a freezer meal just as quick. So I'm going to lay my chicken right on top of this onions and peppers. I'm going to shred the chicken so you can do full chicken breast or chicken thighs if you want to. I took my breast and just kind of cut them up in little strips, just a little bit, so they would cook faster. And that is it. Let me move this out of the way. So now I'm going to put this in the microwave. I'm going to start it for 12 minutes, and then we'll check the chicken and see if I think it's done. It won't take any more probably than 15 or 16 minutes. So let me get this in the oven, and then we'll prepare one into a freezer meal. Okay, got that in the microwave cooking, and I have got another 2 pounds of chicken breast, and I kind of sliced them up a little bit in this bag. So when you're doing your freezer meal, you want your chicken seasoned with Chipotle seasoning is what we use. You can use your favorite seasoning, and it takes 3 tablespoons, and it's got a little kick to it. I only put 2 tablespoons in mine because we're sissies and we don't like as much kick to ours. The daughter who is getting this one loves spicy, and so I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 tablespoons into hers. Before I do that though, it doesn't call for this, but I'm gonna put a tablespoon of oil in here, but not quite a tablespoon. And the only reason I am doing that is just to help this seasoning stick to that chicken a little better. And that's because we're freezing it. All right, so 1 capful is equal to 1 tablespoon of seasoning. There's 2 lines in your lids. The bottom line is a teaspoon, and the top line is a tablespoon, just in case you didn't know that. I'm not sure about all seasonings, but all of Pampered Chef's seasonings are lined with 2 lines. Okay, it smells so good. So this is Chipotle. All right, so now that's all that I'm going to put in this bag. So I'm going to just kind of mix it all together, knead the bag. I'm going to close it so I don't lose anything. And I know this is noisy, so I will do it more off camera so you don't have to hear it. But I want you to see a little bit so you'll get the idea of how it's going to look when I finish kneading it all together. And once I do that, I usually take my bags and lay them down, pressing as much air out as possible and flattening my food. And I flatten it because that helps it save space in your freezer for stacking your meals, and also it helps it thaw faster. If it's in a clump in the bottom of the bag, it's not going to thaw as quickly as it will if you've got it flat. So then I normally just take it and roll it a little bit, get as much air out as possible, and seal. And you can tell that it's really, this bag is flat here. But I'm going to open it again off camera and finish mixing all of that seasoning in with my chicken. Okay, these onions have got my nose and eyes going. I went ahead and cut up the onion while I was cutting up mine so I wouldn't cry in front of you. So I've got a small onion and I just cut it up in kind of big slices for the fajitas. And I've got a quart size bag and I've got a gallon bag standing close by in case this doesn't all fit. But I just love these flexible mats because I was able to dump that in there and my hands didn't have to touch those onions again. Okay, so the other thing that's going to go in here is 2 peppers. You can use your pepper colors of choice. I use, I think, red and yellow for mine that's in the microwave cooking, and this is just yellow and orange. And I just take the tops off. I've shared this tip before, but if you go around, not all the way through, but just kind of around like you're cutting a hat, and you pull it up, you will get all these seeds on the top when you pull it up. And I don't waste that edges around the seeds. I went ahead and cut them up too. I'll put those in there. And then I just take our scoop loop tool, you can use a knife or fork or whatever, and just strip out the veins in the peppers. So I'm going to lay them on the quick slice. And with the quick slice, you get 11 very sharp blades. And you're just going to come down at a rocking motion. And onions has got me going, y'all. So now I have perfect sizes, and y'all can see those, for these fajitas. I'm going to put these in the bag. I may have to get a bigger bag. We're going to see. Let me do my second piece here. Just in a rocking motion. There we go. I've got all my pieces. Nice. I love using slicing tools because it gives me the consistent sizes, even though we may shred these. I'll dump that out there. I always keep a knife close by because one little piece fell down. I don't know if y'all can see that in that crack. So I'm going to get it out. I think I am. I think I can. I think I can. Okay. So now we're going to do the yellow one. And again, when I cut the top off, I went around and didn't waste the edges of my top. I cut that off, so I'm going to put that in here. And then I've got this one. This is what it looked like when I pulled out all those seeds. And then I just went in with this tool and stripped those, I call them veins. So then I'm just going to cut it in half, like so. Lay it right up here. Got my thing turned sideways. Go in a rocking motion. See if I can dump these in there. Ooh, that's a strong onion. I'm still sniffling. My second half. There we go. So you've got all of these perfect little slices. All right. One thing I didn't get was a napkin. So let me get a napkin because I've got that pepper juice on my hands. Okay. All right, let me get dried off here. I think I'm going to be fine in this little quart-sized bag. I'm going to wipe all this up. Use that napkin. Get it out of our way, and then we will season this bag of goodness. Turn that out of the way. Okay, so in the bag with your peppers and onions, we want to add, this is where we would add oil. You can use garlic infused oil. I'm using the basil infused oil because it is so good. You can use just regular vegetable oil or olive oil. But I'm going to put a tablespoon of oil in with my veggies. Okay. Then I'm going to put, the recipe calls for 2 cloves of garlic pressed. I don't have any fresh garlic, so I'm using our garlic seasoning, which with the 3 onion or the garlic seasoning both, I will put them up against a bulb of garlic any day. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of garlic in here. And I think that's it. Peppers, onion, garlic, and oil. That's how simple is that, y'all? Okay. So now I'm going to take this bag and unclip it. I get a lot of questions on these stands. I ordered them from Amazon. I don't know the names. They're just freezer bag stands. They're adjustable for the tall bags like I use for my chicken, or you can lower them and use them for the quart size bags like I did, and they fold down for easy storage. So I don't know the name of them, I'm sorry, but I did order them years ago when I started doing freezer meals off of Amazon, because it just makes filling these bags so much easier. Okay. And I'll do this off camera. We got 3 minutes left, so maybe y'all can hear me smoosh. There's no need in pausing and coming back on in just 3 minutes. I'm going to just kind of knead this bag, let that oil and garlic get all over the vegetables. And I have put these right in the bag with my chicken before, but the rules are in the freezer meal industry that you're supposed to put them separately. So because I'm gifting these to someone, and I don't know when she's going to cook it, I imagine that it will be right away, I'm doing them separate. And I will include this recipe in the comments, although it's so easy. You can cook it on the stovetop if you prefer and not use the microwave. I like using the microwave because it's quicker. I'm sorry y'all gonna hear me smash this bag while we wait 2 more minutes for my supper to be done. I've probably shared this before, but if you're new to watching me, I am a Pampered Chef consultant, and our seasonings are made by our kitchen chefs. And they sure know what they are doing. They have tons of flavor. I haven't tried one yet that I do not like. And I'm spoiled. I just can't even buy the store-bought ones anymore because I'm so used to the blends of these flavors. I'm getting this all mixed up. We're gonna put this in soft shells or soft tortilla wraps tonight. I like the soft shell wraps. And I've got some sour cream and some lettuce. I don't put cheese in mine, but my husband will probably put cheese and tomatoes on his. I don't like tomatoes either. I'm not a big veggie eater. Oh, look. See how flavored that is? I know it's probably with the glare, it's probably hard to see, especially with my Heffy in the way. And I do like to use name brand freezer bags. I don't have anything against store brands, but I don't know, my brain just tells me that the name brand freezer bags might be just a little bit better. Okay, so now what I will do, I've got 20 seconds left. I'll make sure that all my air is out again after I did all that. And I will take these 2 bags along with the cooking instructions and put both of them in another bag. And I do that just in case one of those bags decides it wants to leak for some reason. I have never had that problem, but as soon as I don't double bag one, I will. So I'll show you right quick what that looks like. Okay. I've got them both in this bag, and I don't have my cooking instructions out, but I'll put my cooking instructions in here also, and then I will seal this bag up, and just like that, dinner is done one night in just a few minutes. So let's move that out of the way and get mine and check on it. I might should have got an oven mitt, but my hands were cold from that bag. All that steam. Woo. I've got a fork here. I want you to see that chicken is just as done as it can be. And people ask me, does it taste rubbery? No, it does not. I don't know. When I first thought about cooking chicken in the microwave, I was like, I don't know. I kind of felt the same way, but it is just as tender, especially in the micro cookers. I'm going to use that to hold this. Micro cookers will give you, and the Rock the most tender chicken you could ever ask for. Let me get my salad choppers. I wasn't planning on still being out videoing when this was done, but how quick was that? So I take these salad choppers, and while it's hot, I just go right in. If you don't want your veggies shredded, you can take your chicken out, but I have very big pieces of peppers and onions, so I don't mind shredding them some. You can slice or shred as much as you want to. I'm trying to do it so you can see. Couple slices on top. It's gonna let go. It's not gonna let go of it. So you can see if I wanted to leave them in bite-sized pieces, oh, I can't get one up, y'all, like that. You can, but I'm going to continue shredding mine. And I'm leaving it right in that juice from the chicken and the oil and the veggies that it made. And it's going to be delicious. So this is something, if you've got children at college, that you can make these freezer meals. And if they're in a dorm, they could cook it right in the micro cooker in their dorm. They'll have everybody down the hall coming to visit them. But in just 12 minutes, they can have a nice meal. And I think I've got that shredded enough. I love the salad choppers because you don't have to wait for that meat to cool to shred it up. Can you see that? You can see all the way through. So I will stir this up, get my tortilla shells warmed up. There's a piece of chicken on the bottom that I didn't cut, so I'll finish cutting that, and we will be good to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Freezer meals are fun to me. I love doing them, and they're easy to do. And so, again, all she has to do is take this out of the freezer and put it in the refrigerator one night before she goes to bed. Comes home from work the next day. It'll be thawed, and she can cook it on the stovetop or in the microwave if she prefers. So thank you so much for watching, and the recipe will be in the comments. Have a great night. Bye-bye.